All right. This Eye of the Tiger event over in Canada ended up pretty good. They always have good action. I always recommend watching Eye of the Tiger. They have a lot of good fighters in there. Let me talk about Jhon Orobio. He's looking like a potential monster right now. He knocked out. Oh man. Again, I'm always bad with names, especially late at night. Let me look up. Yomar Yomar Alamo, who was always a pretty tough guy. He fought Richard Hitchens, Jermaine Ortiz, Tiger Johnson, Liam Pardo. I think he dropped Liam Pardo as well. Yeah, he dropped Pardo in the first round. He's never been down, from my knowledge. I know he got or he in boxer it says a retirement by Richard Hitchens. I'm guessing he that either means like a doctor stoppage early in the round or like before the round starts, or they just pulled him out basically. So he wasn't stopped by like a punch by Richard Hitchens pretty much. But this guy John Rubio, first of all, he dropped him in the I think it was the third with a big right hand. Went down. I thought it was done right there because he came out pressuring, and again I thought it was gonna be done right then and there. But no, Alamo was able to stick on for the last round. I think it was the fourth round. Let me check right here on my box rec. Might as well. Oh, it was the fifth round. So he got dropped in the fourth, and then he got stopped in the fifth. Basically, it was the same thing. That big, massive right hand that caught him, and then he went down hard, and that was all she wrote pretty much. It was a big, very big shot that put Palumbo down, and again, that was a guy who was looking to be pretty sturdy, pretty sturdy. He fought a bunch of these top guys, and then you got this young guy. I think he's 21 years old. 21 years old, stopping a monster like that, or stopping a guy like that, which shows me that he's a potential monster now. I mean, this guy, I would say he's definitely flawed because he's just throwing these wide winning shots. He reminds me of like a Matias or something, like a this is pretty much like a younger version of Matias right here because he's come forward, pressure, pressure, pressure. I mean, who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that? It's gonna be pressure all the time, and he's gonna want to knock you out pretty much. I think, I think he's a beast. I think he's a monster, and he's a potential monster in the making. Put him in there with, I would say, Sergey Lipinets. Let's see how he does against like Sergey Lipinets, who's another old guy who's been in there with a lot of different people. But it's a decent little test. It's a decent little test, especially since Lipinets is a former title holder. I think it's a decent little test for this guy. Orobio, again, how many times do I have to emphasize this? He's looking like a monster in the making, a potential monster. If he can keep getting these knockouts, then man, he's gonna convince me. Again, he's of course he's flawed because he's 21 years old, and all he's looking out is for the knockouts. I feel like a boxer, like right now, I feel like he'll get outboxed by like Keyshawn Davis. I think Keyshawn Davis would outbox him, but I think as time goes on, as he's learning those styles, as he's learning to fight those styles, I think he can beat up a lot of those guys. He's a really good prospect. Ring Magazine signed him to like a ring ambassador or something, but most people don't talk about him. I think the other ring ambassadors, of course, know have more name to them, like Keyshawn, as I said before, Abdullah Mason, Bruce Carrington, even Reito Susumi has talked more about this. It's talked more than this guy because Reito Susumi is coming off like a big name on like the amateur scene. So a lot of people talk about Reito Susumi, and well, I don't know, he just has a lot of hype with him. Well, John Rubio, he's with Eye of the Tiger, who it is a decent. I'll say it's a decent side promotion. I would say if you're talking about the tier level of promotions, they're like below. right below the what's a promo. I would say they're above, maybe in the same side as like a pro box. I would say, um, maybe less known, but they put on good fights, and they actually have world title holders and title contenders like Olacius Iglesias, Christian Millie, um, some other guys. I can't name all the top of my head, but those are two guys right there that are with Eye of the Tiger. So yeah, this is a really good promotion, really good show. The main event was Steven Butler, who, in my opinion, is top 10 pound for pound most watched boxers. A chinny power puncher just screams for must see TV. Either he's gonna knock you out or he's getting knocked out himself. So either way, again, it's must see TV, and I feel like Steven Butler is a really good guy to put on the main event, and you'll get a good fight. Simple as that. And yeah, he knocked out his guy this time with the left hook. Steven Butler is usually known for the right hand, but this time he got him out with the left hook, and it was a really good shot. Got him. I think it was the second round. The second round, so it was a very early knockout stoppage. Very good win from Steven Butler. Maybe they can reschedule the what's that guy that lost to Jaime Munguia? Um, Cause they scheduled this fight like hundreds of times, but it keeps getting canceled. Jaime Munguia knocked him out. Bazian, I think. That's how you say it, Bazian. They they scheduled Steven Butler versus Bazian like multiple times, many times, and every time they schedule, it gets like pushed back slash canceled. So will they schedule it again? Because I think it's a good fight, but apparently it's cursed or whatever. I think it's a good fight. Hopefully, if they do schedule again, that actually goes through. Um, some other guys that were in this card was Steve Claggett coming off of a stoppage win as well. He's another good fighter that you could put in with anyone. He's always going to have a good fight. He throws hundreds of punches, hundreds of punches. He got a stoppage win again, and I mean, yeah, he's a good fighter. Good fighter. Uh, Linion Perez, who's like a undefeated cruiserweight Cuban, he went the distance, and I thought he did pretty good. Um, I wasn't fully focused on it, but I still thought he did a pretty good performance, and I thought it was a pretty good fight as well. So I mean, we'll wait and see. He's a Cuban cruiserweight, I think. So we'll see how he does later on. And yeah, that was pretty much a card. Again, good fight or good fights, good card. I recommend watching all these Eye of the Tiger events. Again, probably the main man of the whole show was Jhon Rubio because he's a ring ambassador, young guy at 140 pounds. So a lot of people's gonna be talking about him. Definitely keep your eye on him because again, he's looking like a monster in the making. So we shall see how he turns out.